I truly believe that if CASA was not there for our family, that my daughter would not be here today. We had over 37 overdoses that we had to deal with. It was a struggle to get her to CASA. It was a struggle to get her to agree to go. And then when she went, she was a little standoffish about some of the treatment.
We had to look hard to find services. We went through family doctors, we went through psychologists, and you feel so lost. And without professionals or somebody who has even just a few answers, you just feel alone and you feel helpless and you feel powerless. When we found CASA, they supported us and helped us.
CASA House is our tertiary program for teenagers who are 12 through 18 and serves kids who have complex mental health needs that they have not been successful in community, but they don't need the emergency department or acute care.
The family therapy, the support groups, just being able to call the nurses at any time and see how your child's doing. The whole experience was just such a positive thing for us as a family, learning how to better communicate with each other. Just having that support of, we know what you're going through, we understand, we're here to help. And you don't get that in a lot of other places.
The preschool day program is a therapeutic and educational program within CASA that serves 3 to 5-year-olds and their families. And so the kids come in for 2 days a week of regular programmed school, in addition to having services to social emotional regulation programming, as well as psychiatry, occupational therapy, speech and language supports.
I started my mental health journey very young. And so I started just accessing the basic services, psychiatry, psychology, that kind of stuff. But over the years, as my needs changed, so did CASA. CASA was able to help me adapt, specifically when it came to CASA House.
Some of the successes that we see at CASA House for kids that have been through our program are kids who might be so anxious that they can't even go to school for months or for years. And after spending time within our program, they are able to get back to school, have repaired relationships with their friends and their peers, as well as their families.
An additional success we often see specifically for the children is a huge challenge that they often have is making friends. So often their emotional dysregulation gets in the way and they don't know how to approach kids, they don't know how to share, they have a really hard time interacting with other kids. And often we see huge success by the end of programming where they can initiate and they can go up to other kids and ask them to play a game and they can be successful in playing with them, which is huge for the kiddos.
It's scary, going to CASA House for the first time, but those 4 months, they helped me so much. And it's hard to vocalize that, but they were huge in my development in so many ways.
For a lot of families, this is the turning point for these kids to make sure that they can be successful and moving forward in their lives.
We're in an amazing place, absolutely. The difference between this time last year and now is, you can't even imagine. It was a complete change. And without CASA, we wouldn't have been able to enjoy being a family again.
The work that CASA is doing is so invaluable. We know people who haven't been as lucky as we were to be able to find that type of service when they needed it.
The gaps that we see in the mental health system are access to care for children, youth, and their families. Donors can help us address this gap by really fueling what it takes to meet kids where they are at. So that means no driving hours and hours for service and decreasing wait times so kids and their families can access service when they need it.
Donors to the PDP program have made a huge difference in our capacity to meet the needs of each of the kids. We've been able to have a lot of different sensory tools and different items brought into the classroom, have access for them to help them be successful. In addition, we also have a snack group, which helps kids have exposure to food and try new different things, which is really important for a lot of our families, and that would not be possible without the donors.
My biggest message to donors and supporters would be one of gratitude towards the work that you have been facilitating and towards our ability to implement this standard of care and to advance our knowledge for the lives of people on the autism spectrum and with neurodevelopmental disorders. So despite our best efforts, there is still quite a bit of work, and this is only made possible because of the support that you have kindly given us to advance these causes.
Casa House specific brand and style of helping people is so unique to so many areas, especially with Casa now pushing to get more help in rural areas and stuff like that. While there are other services, I think Casa is special in its unrelenting commitment to constantly growing, to constantly adapting. And that's absolutely huge in the mental health scene. Donors are big in that they help get that help to kids like me who, didn't think they'd make it to 18, and now here I am, and I'm moving for university, all these things that I'm able to achieve because of Casa and Casa services.
There's nothing like Casa House out there. And there needs to be way more Casa Houses out there for the kids and for their families. And I will forever be eternally grateful for that, because they gave us back our daughter.